Hi everyone. Today I will discuss some terms related to ships and navigations, like inside the cabin, keel, knot, and latitude. First, an inside cabin. It is a stateroom that does not have a window or a balcony. These rooms are usually located in the interior section of the ship, often in the middle. They are the most affordable option for the cruise accommodations and are preferred by some passengers for their quiet atmosphere and complete darkness for the ideal for sleeping. Second, the keel. It is the backbone of the ship. In cruise ship construction, a keel laying ceremony is held when the first section of the keel is placed. This event is traditional milestone symbolizing the start of the ship's physical construction. Often, a ceremonial coin is placed under the keel for good luck. Third, a knot. A knot is unity of speed used at sea. One knot equals 1 nautical mile per hour, which is about 1.85 kilometers or 1.15 miles per hour. Nautical miles are based on Earth's circumference, making knot a practical measurement for maritime navigation. And lastly, the latitude. The latitude is an angular distance of a place from north or south of the equator. It is a key concept in navigation, used to determine ship's position on the globe. For example, tropical regions near the equator have low latitudes, while polar regions have high latitudes.
Next term we have for letter L is the league. So in the context of a cruise ship, league is usually referred to as the unit of distance at sea. Now, as of today, however, this unit is rarely used and deemed as inconsistent or old-fashioned. That's why many modern navigators now use the nautical miles for its precision. Now, 1 league is actually equals to 3 nautical miles in maritime usage, which is about 5.556 kilometers or 3.452 in miles. Next we have is leeward. Now for this, it is simply the side of the ship away from the wind. So in navigation, the ship is turning away from where the wind is coming from. Now, due to the ship's structure blocking the wind for this area, it is actually a more peaceful and less windy for the tourists on deck, making it a good opportunity for them or time or place to walk on deck and relax on it. Next, we have this line. So a line usually refers to the thick ropes or cables the crew members use when it's time for the ship to dock. So it is used to secure, tow, or control the ship. So lines like mooring lines are often used when it's again time to dock the ship in a port, as this ensure the ship stays in place and is stable against winds and possible tides or currents. The last word we have for letter L is longitude. Now, longitude is how we know it, which is a geographic coordinate that tells you how far east or west a location is from the primary region, just like how latitude tells us whether we are already in north or south. Now, this is a huge help for our navigators to pinpoint their location or the ship's location or position at sea if they are already in, again, east or west, because it is longitude. Now we start at the letter M. First word is maiden voyage, or the first term is maiden voyage. So this term is for the very official trip a new ship takes with passengers after it is built and delivered. Now, again, it is not a test run but an official journey. And actually, cruise lines often make it a big event with celebrations, media coverage, and also has a special itinerary arranged for its launch. So why is it even called the maiden voyage? Well, as maiden, the term maiden traditionally means first new or untouched, and then became a broadly used word for first time something is done. That's why in shipping, it is literally the ship or vessel's first journey or outing.
Next is the maiden call. When you mean by maiden call, this means the very first time a ship visits a particular port. It's often special because it's the ship's first visit there. Next is the master. The master is the person in charge of the ship, and they are responsible for running the ship safely, navigating it, and making sure everyone on board is safe. Next is the mini suite. A mini suite is a bigger, nicer room on a cruise ship with extra space and a small sitting area. Here is an example of a mini suite. On Princess Cruises, mini suites have a separate seating area with a sofa bed and a balcony and upgraded amenities for more comfort. Next is moor. To moor a ship means to tie it securely to a dock, pier, or buoy so it stays in place and doesn't drift away. Here is an example of moor. When a cruise ship arrives at the port, crew members use strong ropes to moor the ship safely to the dock before passengers get on or off.
The first assigned terminology to me is the master or master drill. So, what is master or master drill? So, master is a required safety exercise in the ships. So, its main purpose is to teach everyone, the passengers and the crew, where to go or what is their assigned master station in case of an emergency. So, it also shows them the important informations like how to put on a life jacket. Also, this drill is required under the international laws SOLAS and is enforced by the Coast Guard and port authorities. Moving to our next terminology, it is the master station. So master station was already mentioned a while ago. But what is master station? So a master station is a specific meeting spot on a ship where passengers and crews go during emergency. So it's a mark clearly and assigned based on your cabin location. So this makes it easy to gather everyone quickly so the crew can check everyone's safety and give further evacuation instructions. So moving to our next terminology, it is the what we call nautical mile. So a nautical mile is a unit used to measure distances at sea and in the air. So it's based on the Earth's shape, specifically its lines of latitude. So it makes navigating over long distances easier. So it is defined as the distance of 1 minute or 1/6 of a degree of latitude. Also, think of it as a horizontal grid lines on a globe or a chart. So, moving to our next terminology, it is the ocean view cabin. So, an ocean view cabin, also known as or also called as the outside cabin, it is a room on a cruise ship with a window that looks out on the sea or gives you the views of the sea. So unlike the inside rooms which have no windows, these cabins let in a natural light. The window is usually a large rectangular picture window, and it is the main difference between the ocean view and the inside cabins. So moving to the last terminology that was assigned to me is the onboard, or the phrase onboard cruise ship just basically means being physically in the ship. So whether you're a guest, a crew, or a visitor, it also applies to anything that happens or offered on the ship, like onboard entertainment, which is the shows, the movies, and the activities, or the onboard credit, which is a credit amount that you can use toward purchases on the ship.
Welcome aboard, everyone! Let me tell you about Open City. Here, you don't have a fixed dining time or assigned table. During meal hours, you just walk in, pick any spot, and enjoy your meal. You can sit with friends, meet new people, or grab a quiet table by the window. It's all up to you. Next is we have the outside cabin. If you're staying in an outside cabin, you've got one of the best perks at sea, a window or porthole with an ocean view. Imagine waking up to the sunrise over the water or spotting a distant island right from your bed. It's your personal window to the world while you sail. Next is we have the passageway. As you explore the ship, you'll notice these long hallways. We call them passageways. They connect everything on board: your cabin, restaurants, theaters, lounges, and more. Follow the signs to know whether you're heading forward or aft. And in an emergency, these also guide you to muster stations. And finally, we have the pitch. If you feel a gentle rise and fall, that's the ship's pitch. The forward and backward motion as waves lift the bow and stern. You'll feel it more at the very front or back, and less in the middle. It's completely normal, just the ocean's way of rocking us along our journey.
The port side is the left-hand side of the ship. The port is where you meet to get on your cruise ship. Specifically, there is a pier at the port to allow you to embark on a ship. And the port side is where the ships dock at the port. Historically, this is the side where the cargo would be brought on the ship. And in the context of cruise ships, this is the side from which you access the ships to get on and off your cruise. A porthole is a circular window placed along the ship's hull to allow light and fresh air to enter the interior lower decks. An iconic feature in ship design, portholes have been in existence since the earliest maritime days, when ship's crew and passengers could be stuck below deck in weeks at a time in inclement weather and need source of light. A port of call refers to any destination where the cruise ship stops during its journey, offering the passengers to explore new places. This is often the highlight of the cruise ship, but you are only given a limited time in each stop, so planning is very crucial. Whether you are visiting a bustling city, a quiet land, or even a historical site, making most of your time at these ports ensure you won't miss out on these unique experiences. So, cruises, Port of Call is very thrilling, so make sure you don't miss out on these experiences. The promenade is a deck located midway through a ship that is open to air. It is mainly designed as a place for guests to walk or run, and it is common to find lifeboats or even mechanical equipments for the ship. A purser is a staff member on the cruise ship that is responsible and in charge of all financial matters and oversees various guest service.